And
Blood
now,
bullets
it's take
just frickin'
294. Welcome, everyone, to the Rambler's Ballad, with a co-guest star...
A voice in his head.
Yes, it is the Doctor, and he has invaded my brains. Now, a reason for the long, time coming for the next episode. All of my data got wiped, and I had originally recorded, like, a couple episodes already, and I was so mad then. I was so mad when it all got erased, so I just decided to do the other Let's Plays. And I'm probably gonna do a Castle Crashers Let's Play tomorrow with Doctor here. So, you guys will see that.
More adventure!
So, anyway, I'm gonna pick up some stuff that I think is worth picking up here, like the surgical tubing. You want that if you're playing hardcore mode or just in general. And yeah, you want your stim packs here from the little thing. I believe I already stated you can repair that submachine gun for...
If you don't suck!
But I don't have good repair skills, so... Now, in this box, there is always a laser pistol. Now, energy weapons in hardcore mode are very heavy and very expensive. They're difficult to repair at times, and I don't personally use them, but they are good for a lot of other things. I don't like energy weapons,
I prefer chunks of lead.
Yes, indeed. I like regular guns as well. Now, Buffalo Gourd Seeds, you want to have your survival skill up by at least 30 when you leave this place. I will let you know why you want that. If you have the Lonesome Road DLC. If you don't, then it doesn't really matter. But if you're playing hardcore mode, then I guess you'll want to up your survival skill a lot. And I don't... That's an old habit. I just picked up a squirrel on a stick. That's the bathroom. Now over here he's got some cigarettes, which I don't promote smoking, so I'm gonna steal that and sell it later. No smoking.
You saved him for cancery death.
We'll equip my stuff when I actually start doing things. And I'm gonna leave in the loading screens. I just figured it's too much work to edit out everything. And I have more problems with audio than I do video.
Not talking.
Alright, welcome to Good Springs and the world. Yes, that's my DLC. Each DLC ups your level cap by 5. I can go up to level 60 now. Tumbleweed. Now let's talk to this fella.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
It's a robot.
Yes, it is a robot. It is Victor. Hi, Victor. Thanks for digging me out of that grave. I would have been dead.
I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
Yay.
How did you find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were.
Well, that's good. I'm glad I'm still alive. Sort of. Do you know the men that attacked me?
With the rascals.
I'm a zombie!
Some fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
Well, I guess technically I am a zombie. How did you end up in Good Springs? I've never really asked that question.
Down, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd.
That's suspicious.
Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place.
Sorry if I'm making a bunch of noises with my mic. I'm trying to edit it so that I get the correct amount of audio.
Happy trails!
So as for the story, I'm not going to go into every character's backstory, but I'm going to go over the important ones. But if you want to really get into the world of Fallout, and all Bethesda games, in my opinion, deserve to be looked into entirely to get their full effect, then you should really try it out. It's like $12 now, I think. But you should still buy the PC version, don't get the Xbox version. That's easy
You should get the Ultimate Edition, and you get all the DLCs.
How much is that?
It's like $30.
Oh my.
But you basically just paying for the DLCs anyways, so.
Yeah.
Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Hi, Sonny. Yes, Doc Mitchell said you could help me out.
I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me
I need
outside,
all the
behind
help.
the saloon.
I'm the main character. I'm not supposed to die.
Haha. Yeah.
That's a random guy sitting at the desk. Now, another thing you can do is in hardcore mode, you'll be needed to drink a lot of water. In this room, you can always drink out of this, and all the water in Good Springs is not irradiated, so it's a pretty good place to come back to if you just need to rest up.
We don't want you to go dying now.
Now
See the
our first
sarsaparilla
weapon
bottles
in the
on
game.
fence there?
The varmint
Take this
rifle.
and try to hit a couple of them.
Basic staple gun for level 1 users. I'm probably not going to hold on to it once I get another staple gun, which I'm going to be
That's the right
keeping for the
idea.
rest of the game.
Look down the sight.
But as for the controls, if you crouch down, you'll be more steady with your aim. Hold down the left trigger and you'll look down the sight. Another problem I have with energy weapons is you can't look down the sight.
Try crouching down and staying
And it's
still.
harder to aim
It'll help
for
your
me.
aim.
Unless you buy an upgrade.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a start.
That's
But I
only
don't reckon
some
you
of
came to
them.
me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
Most
Tell you
guns
what,
have mods
I
that
gotta
you
go
can
chase
buy and
geckos
upgrade
away
with.
from our
The
water supply
varmint rifle
anyway.
has a...
Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Yeah, sure, let's help with the geckos. That's what she was talking about. She clears out geckos in the town. She's basically
Follow
the
me.
hunter.
It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Lovely lady cowboy lass here. With a fine dog.
She's a hottie with a gun.
She is. I like Sunny. She's a good character. I wish they would have actually gone into more depth for some characters, but...
We made a nice companion. Alas, only in Skyrim.
Only in Skyrim do you get to marry characters. I would have liked that kind of update. I would have wished that they fixed most of the bugs for this game, which is why I highly recommend you get the PC version. All the bugs are fixed in that, and if you run into any bugs, you can fix that yourself. As opposed to me, who doesn't have any bugs. Who does have bugs.
Buggity bugs.
Puppy. Alright, so let's just equip some things while we're walking here. Nothing to do. Yes, this is your weapons screen. You can use the left trigger to navigate the menus. And you can push left and right on the sticks to navigate the mini menus. This is the apparel. These are most of the consumable items. These are the miscellaneous items which you'll use for making stuff and tools and stuff like that. And the ammunition is just ammunition.
Ammunition.
Now, I don't know if I already stated this before, but energy weapon ammunition weighs considerably so much more than regular ammunition in hardcore mode, so I'd be careful with that if you're planning on using energy weapons. There is one energy weapon which I highly recommend for anyone to pick up, and that is anything that's called the recharger rifle or the recharger pistol. Those things never run out, and once you get the perk to repair anything, then you're basically set. You'll never run out of ammo. So. But we
Hear that up on the ridge
into
behind me
it.
there? We got some geckos to clear out.
Yeah, let's get
Bunch
rid
of
of
little
some
monsters
geckos.
is what they are. Seems like Doc
Aw,
Mitchell
they
treats
aren't
more
that
gecko
bad.
bites
They're
than
kinda
anything
cute.
else. Let's see if we can get
Especially
a little
when you're
closer.
on higher level, because then
If
you
we
can
move
just swat
quietly,
them with your
we can get the
fists
jump
and
on
they
'em.
explode.
More likely to hit something vital that way.
Dead.
Sorry, friend. I don't know if she's watching that, but she loves animals.
Okay.
But, you know, in the world of Fallout, you really don't get too much of a choice.
Because they're evil
Now, I'm
animals.
going to show you a new system. Well, it's not that new. If you've played Fallout 3, then you already know what I'm talking about. But, damn it! Just not close enough. They were hiding behind rocks. Now, this is the VATS. It's basically, your quick targeting. I don't normally use it unless I'm trying to scan for enemies. But if you're having trouble aiming, you can use this to shoot enemies. Now, the problem with the Xbox 360 is that sometimes in VATS it'll glitch and you'll freeze up and you'll never be able to leave VATS. So that's why I try to refrain from using it, but if you want to, that's your thing.
Time forever stopped. A moment of horror lasting forever.
Bam! Now, shooting enemies in the head does considerably more damage, but you can also shoot other body parts to make them lose accuracy or other things like that. Now, if you use a melee weapon, you won't be able to target specific body parts, but you will be able to use the special move by pushing Y.
See? You're getting the hang of it.
Yay.
There's 2 more wells that still need clearing.
I'm probably only going to keep
You want, you
one
can come
melee
along.
weapon, but...
It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Caps, you say? Sure, I'll come with
Shouldn't
you.
take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us.
Hardcore users, remember
with me.
this. You want to clear out these wells as fast as you can. Just trust me on this one. It also helps with other stuff too, but I'm just going to clear this up as fast as possible. And I'm going to use my DLC weapon to help clear it out.
Weapon!
Here, you can take care of that. Alright. First well down. Next one. Come on. There's someone getting attacked. We should help! Another time when I use VATS is when I see ally NPCs that you really don't want to hit, because this thing is actually pretty accurate.
Help!
Alright.
Accuracy.
So we just saved her
It's a
life.
good thing.
Alright. We saved her. It's all good now. Promise. Damn it!
Oh no, what if he was lying?
She's lagging. Ugh.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end.
Well, that ticks me
Here's a
off.
little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you.
No!
Thought I might teach you about living off the land.
Not the
and
dreaded
making useful
lag
things for yourself.
dragon.
Interested?
Yeah, teach me how to live.
Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower.
Those
Let
are
me think
pretty
now.
good plants. You'll want
I know
to
I've
keep
seen
those
brock
even if
flowers
you're not
growing
gonna
up at the
make
graveyard,
what
and I seem to
have to
remember there
make
being
this
xander root
tutorial.
over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get
Yeah.
cooking.
Tutorials, what fun.
Talk to me! Okay, so what's supposed to happen is once you talk to her, she'll give you 3 bottles of water and you'll get your first rating for a reputation. Reputations affect how people like you in a given community. Karma doesn't affect anything, as far as I know, in this, except for perks. But, yeah, she's just supposed to give you 3 bottles of water, which is really handy to have. And if you have a good reputation, then shop prices go down, people are more likely to help you, and... What?
Gifts. Gifts of gifts.
What's this? Huh. Well, Mr. Jones, how did that refrigerator help? Anyway, I'll take that hat.
Ah, funny.
I wonder if she's gonna survive. No, she's just moving to the left. Well,
Don't worry, you never see her again. Unless you steal a lot of stuff.
I am not gonna see her ever again, actually. She's just moving slowly towards the dangerous area.
Someday.
And I really don't
she'll be
feel like
dead.
saving her again.
Aw.
Especially if it's against Rad Scorpion.
Yes.
Hey!
Damsel in distress.
Well, if that damsel is lagging and not doing anything, what's the point of saving her?
Free
If
street
she's
cred?
walking to her doom, I can't help with that. I can't fix stupid, Doctor. What was that?
Or maybe she's suicidal.
That's horrible.
You stopped her suicide plan. How could you?
Victor, damn! He just shot grenades at that Rad Scorpion. No, Bark Scorpion. Alright, so that would have been a first
Exploded
bug
the cave.
encounter, but I guess we'll just leave it at that. Oh, wait, I should probably pick that up. Rad Scorpions, you can probably do something with their glands or sell them. There are a lot of cooking recipes.
The poison or...
Second
Alcohol,
enemy encounter.
drink.
I don't want to use my pistol, so I'm going to use my launcher rifle for this. Bloat flies. Staple enemy in the game.
They're annoying.
They drop like flies, but
Haha!
For hardcore players, if your survival is up to 30, you can make a bloatfly slider, which is really good to have. I don't actually remember the ingredients, so I'll probably post them as I talk about stuff. And I will make my very own cooking show for this, and he's dead.
Cooking show.
Yes. I'm gonna take an episode just to show all
radioactive 300-year mashed potato.
Yeah. Alright, so
the size of squirrel on the stick.
This must be where Victor pulled me out.
It's chewy.
I wonder where that Brock flower is. What's this? Distinctive cigarette butts? I wonder what we can use those for. Now, she wanted us to pick up a Brock flower. There's only one here, but all plants grow back after about a day or 3, so don't worry too much about that.
Indeed.
What's this? A snow globe.
Indeed. Valuable stuff there.
I'm not gonna go to all of the snow globes, but I will pick them up as I see them. But I will make an episode where I just go out and find snow globes. But if I find them in my episodes, then I'll just pick them up.
Yay.
Alright, so yeah, that's the first part.
Free money, buddy.
Indeed. Oh, another thing I should mention is if you want to run faster and you have a two-handed weapon, hold down X to holster it, or whatever button you have set. Alright, so this is a workbench. We can make all kinds of things with it. One thing I should mention is for survival mode, for energy weapon users, you can recycle used energy cells. Your science has to be up by a little bit, but that shouldn't be too much. I'm gonna make one just to be an example. But with this, you can make all kinds of little things. I'm not gonna go into details about all of the things we can make. Sadly, unlike Fallout 3, we can't make weapons except for bombs. And I don't normally make
Why
bombs.
are there no bows and arrows? Bull.
It is bull. Reloading bench. You can use these to make almost any type of ammunition, except for energy. Explosives and regular guns.
Yep.
But the workbench is going to be much more useful to us later on. I was saying that you want to hold on to any Xandaru Brock flower you come across. And no, not that guy from Pokemon. But you can use that to make stim packs, which is a very useful thing to have. It'll be our staple health device. It's basically our potion. Now I'm gonna unequip this because I don't want to spend my time shooting mantises. Bah! Take that! Bam. Get out of my life. Mantises aren't too tough. They're probably the weakest enemies you'll probably find in the game.
Just annoying.
Even the big mantises, but they can do a lot of damage when they get bigger, so I'd be careful.
Yes. They'll put holes in you, man. Holes!
I guess for regular mantises, these things are pretty massive.
Like the size of kittens.
Sadly, there are...
Big for a mantis.
Oh yeah, you want that Salesman Weekly. I just picked that up. It's in the back part of the schoolhouse. If your barter is not
Sometimes.
up, then... No, I've always found it there.
Well, sometimes for me, it's like a different book.
Huh. I wonder why it's different.
Oh, you must be careful. Oh.
I've always found a Salesman Weekly there, but... Alright, so our first encounter with lockpicking and hacking. Now, I'm gonna always edit out the hacking and the lockpicking because I don't feel it's necessary, but I'm not able to lockpick this right now, so instead I'm just gonna try and hack this. Now, the idea behind hacking is you have to find the right password. It's basically guess and check. So, what you'll want to do is you'll want to assume that certain endings of words are going to be in the password. Now see, I just tried to guess that 4 out of 7 correct for sealing. That means that it's possible that anything ending in ing is the password. So we'll try waiting. That's still 4 out of 7, so Let's see what else.
Yay.
I don't
It has an ing in it.
Do I try wanting? Okay, yeah, that wasn't it. So now what we're gonna have to do is we're either gonna have to push B to exit out, otherwise, if you try to guess one more time, it'll lock you out for good. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do instead is look for anything with parentheses and closed off parentheses. So let me see if I can actually find it. My eyes are... Oh yeah, you can also do that with less than or equal than signs. So you'll hunt for things like this, and it'll either give you, see, like a full allowance replenished, or it'll get rid of some duds. So now that I've found that, I'm gonna try and see if I can get rid of some duds. See if this helps them. This gets rid of any of the passwords that are definitely not the right password. Now, let's see, I already tried wanting. Oh, wait, I saw that. Yes. Okay, so I don't know if it's fearing. It wasn't that, so what could it be? Well, let's try fearing. No. Joining. Damn, I am just sucking at this.
Yay.
Melting! Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's basically just guess and check. I am indeed melting. Now, what you could do is you could just not disengage the lock, but I wouldn't be able to access this safe. But what a lot of players like to do is they leave that like that and they just pick the lock, because you'll get experience for hacking both the computer and the thing. But I can't do that, so I'm just gonna open the safe.
It's not cheating! Oh.
Drugs! I can sell them. Don't do drugs, kids. They're bad for you.
Oh.
Plus, they suck.
Stem packs. Stem packs are...
Stem packs are not bad drugs. They're the good kind. How are they supposed to work? Is it like just the stem cell research gone to superpower?
Magic stem cells.
Oh! Check mailboxes! Always check mailboxes. That's Victor. And this is his shack, so why he needs a house, I will never know.
This is crazy guy going around putting crap in mailboxes.
So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here, take that weapon repair kit. Those are really useful now. Fusion batteries. Weigh a lot, but they're worth your time. They're worth quite a bit. At least for beginning. Plus, they're also useful for in-game context or other things. So by the time you leave this town, you're gonna want 3 scrap metals, 3 sensor modules. Let's see what else. I'll probably just post the whole recipe because I can't exactly remember.
3 electric scrap.
Oh yeah, 3 scrap electronics. And you'll definitely want at least 1 fusion battery. So don't sell that stuff, trust me. All of that stuff will be useful in due time. But for right now, let's just, Wait, I'm getting lost. Okay. How could I get lost?
Stuff.
Yeah, you want that stuff. Now, I don't want to spoil what that's for, but just trust me on this. You want that stuff. Because I sincerely doubt you'll get your repair or your science skill high enough for the thing I'm thinking of. And veteran players know what I'm talking about. And anyone who's read my Facebook knows what I'm talking about, because he's my second favorite character of all time. So let's see, some water here. There's also a shovel around here. We definitely want that.
Indeed.
Where is said shovel? 24 minutes? I'll go to 28. Let's see if I... Oh, here's my shovel.
Yay.
Now, every time you kill, you'll definitely want to start hunting if you're in hardcore mode. Try and hunt as much gecko as you possibly can, because you'll stop running into them at some point. At least that's what's happened to me a lot. Here's a little radio.
They reside in
Wrench.
certain areas of the map.
I'm gonna take that wrench. That's useful for something else. You can make weapon repair kits with, I believe it's duct tape, wrench, scrap electronics, scrap metal, oh yeah, and wonder glue. Just have one of each and your repair needs to be 50. Then all you'll need is a workbench, and there you go.
Let me see what you got.
Yeah, I use quite a few of those.
Yeah, these will do just fine. Just fine.
My guns.
All right, now.
Peak.
We're gonna be making
efficiency.
something folks on the trail call
Healing powder,
powder.
you say?
Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Alright, so here we have another
Powder
example.
of
Campfires you're going to be using a lot if you're a hardcore user. Hardcore player. I have to make one of these just
Hey,
so
that's not bad,
to
see?
satisfy the tutorial.
All it takes to
but
make a
yeah, this
recipe
is
is
how
the
you
right
make
ingredients
craft
and the right
items in the
know-how.
game.
Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the
Her
same
voice
idea.
is off.
You just need to find the right place to set up shop.
Yeah,
Work.
we don't need to hear this.
I'm heading back now.
Universe
Hope I
is
didn't
being
miss anything good on the
attacked by
jukebox.
lag dragon.
Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor.
Of course, her
Trudy,
voice shall
she's
be
the
off.
bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers.
Alright, I'll talk to this Trudy.
She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
We'll do that. Alright, so we've got a few more minutes left. Let's see what else we can do. Alright, so I guess I will just...
Actually, you should be near a radio tower that's like all broken and bent
Yeah,
on the
but I
ground,
don't
you know?
have enough stuff, and I've died quite a lot at the thing you're thinking of. If I'm thinking the right thing you're thinking of.
Yeah, well, if you go up the hill, there's like that thing, and that guy will ask you to go that way. Block a rock flower and that root you need for making powders of healing.
Wait, huh? That's here at this point? I've never heard of this.
You should be at the campfire for the healing person.
Are you still talking about Tom Burton? Yeah, I see him, but I don't want to talk to him right now.
You talk to that dum-dums, and he sends you up the hill. Up the black flower and the roots. And biggest you need, because you could ambush.
He hasn't sent me up for that. He sent me up for his girlfriend, but you'll probably see that in the future episode. It's not really all that story breaking, but it's just it's something to note.
Stuff.
If you're playing along, then
Stuff.
I guess it's all good. Let's see. So, audience, how are you guys?
Yes.
Most of the time I'm probably going to cut out the long walks unless we're going to new places. So, and once we get the fast travel thing going, then we won't need to worry too much about it. Into the Prospector's Saloon to meet this Trudy.
Teleport like a boss.
Do. Uh-oh, what's this?
I'm done being nice.
Danger.
If you don't
Danger,
hand me
Will
over
Robinson.
soon,
Danger.
I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll
Damn.
keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
Someone's violent.
What the hell is your problem?
Alright, so in the next episode, we're gonna see what the heck that was all about. So, subscribe to the channel, and this is Rambler Bishop, and
The good doctor.
signing off. Take care, everyone.